Girl, I have like 10 light sources on and I still don't think it'll be enough. The trials and the tribulations of a dark-skinned baddie. Look at my pretty little straw. These straws are my new obsession. I know plastic straws are killing the environment, but like so are billionaires going into space. Pick your battles. What is up, my peoples, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a new face here, hi, hello, my name is Imani and I'm kind of being disoriented by all the lights in front of me. Ugh, I have a torch directly illuminating my face. You can probably tell or you can't, I don't even know. Ugh. Filming without my ring light is hard. I don't know how I used to do this before. The ghetto. Welcome to my channel. I like to do videos about whatever the hell I want to do, and today we'll be talking about Squid Game. Okay, not really Squid Game, but kind of just the phenomena of foreign shows on Netflix. The popularity of foreign media in the mainstream as of late. I'm so articulated.
I'm so eloquently spoken.
Squid Game. If you have been on the internet for 0.2 seconds as of late, you cannot escape the sheer magnitude of what Squid Game has done to us all. It's everywhere. You cannot escape it. That doll lives in my head, rent-free. I think about her constantly. I cannot stop. But Squid Game isn't the only foreign show that has taken off on Netflix recently. I mean, it's probably the most popular to date. Okay, not probably the most popular, but it's the most popular this month. Let's just say that, because Netflix is constantly just shoving down content in our throats. Netflix is like the fast food of entertainment. But Squid Game, like I said, is not the only Netflix series to grab the world by the throat and say, watch me, you puny little weakling who cannot fight against peer pressure, watch me. It's late. Money Heist did the same thing. I don't know if it was on the same scale. I mean, everyone made memes about Money Heist. Money Heist was like the Spanish Squid Game. Okay, it's not the Spanish Squid Game. They're two completely different things. But I feel like the phenomena was kind of the same. Actually, probably Squid Game was a little bit bigger, but Money Heist did it first. If you do not know, Money Heist was a series that came out on Netflix. I'm not sure when, but put it right here. Yo, that everyone was talking about Money Heist. Everyone watched Money Heist. And the interesting thing is, both of these shows are not American or American adjacent. Which, I mean, doesn't sound crazy, but prior to 2017, 2016, most of the media, a majority of the world consumed like popular mainstream media, international popular mainstream media, was American content and like produced by Hollywood for so long. But a lot of the media we consumed, a lot of the media I consumed was American media, and I'm not even American or from America or have any affiliation to America. But like everything I used to watch was like the American teen dramas, or I mean, we have like the Modern Families, which are like the sitcoms, and the Vampire Diaries, because I was a teen girl obsessed with vampires, and when Twilight stopped giving me the fix that I needed, I went to TVD for that good old fix and the originals and legacies, and I'm still hooked. But that's another story for another day. The CW and I are in a toxic relationship. As of late, ever since Netflix has decided to invest in international media projects, recently, I think as of, girl, don't get the year wrong, is it 2018? Netflix has invested in a bunch of international media projects in basically like Europe and Africa and Asia. We see the Spain with the Money Heist. We have Germany with Dark. Dark is such a good series. Is this just me recommending TV shows? Girls, get your notepads out. I'm giving you the required reading. We have Spain with Money Heist, so good. We have Germany with Dark. Dark is so good. If you're like just want to be mentally messed with, just watch Dark. We have South Africa with Blood and Water. Go stream Blood and Water. Season 2 is just out right now. Don't leave this video though, but go watch it after this. But we have South Africa with Blood and Water, probably one of the best teen dramas I have watched in a while. Granted, the bar is very low. We have Riverdale to compare it to. The bar is on the ground, but that's just a CW. Anything with a CW is just... Is this a CW slander video? Maybe. Which other country? We have Korea with literally every K-drama, but also Squid Game, because apparently that's like what has everyone hooked. But I've been watching K-dramas for a while now, and I used to get made fun of it, and I'm kind of looking sideways at everyone who's screaming about how good K-dramas are now after watching Squid Game. But it's okay. You've seen the light. I'm not going to judge you. But yeah, we've been new. We've been new, but it's okay. I'm not gonna judge. It's fine. And many more. Those are just the ones that I can think of at the top of my head, but we have those as an example of non-American shows or international shows that are increasing in popularity. And of those shows, I only mentioned one of them that's English speaking, which is Blood and Water in South Africa. That's in English. If all these shows are produced from like a non-English speaking angle or like a not American perspective, which is shocking to most Americans because they think the world revolves around them. No hate, I'm just stating facts. It's just, I guess that's just the Western world in general. I just heard some screaming in the background. Oh dear, what's happening? I think it was a chicken. Do chickens scream late at night? What the fuck was I saying? Every time that chicken cock-a-doodle-doos, I lose my train of thought. All of these shows aren't even in English or not filmed in English because, like I said, Money Heist is Spanish, Squid Game is in Korean. I think back in the day, if you stated that a Korean speaking show would be one of the most popular thing being watched by everyone in the world at the moment, that would seem completely absurd to someone. Because, okay, yeah, I don't even think Korean was like a major known about language before the obsession with Korean culture that has recently happened. But yeah, that would be absolutely mind-blowing, especially if you told me, because I'd be like, what, for real? Finally people saw the light? I was like, is it finally true? Is it happening? Is the revolution happening? Is the non-English speaking world going to rise up and charge and take over entertainment as we know it, as we should? I mean, maybe, but also subtitles. Accessibility to subtitles. Well, I know there's a great debate, and this has probably been started with anime, the subbed or the dubbed, subs or dubs. Are we looking submissive or breedable? My mind is broken. Anyway, the sub or the dub debate. Did you like the subbed version or the dubbed version? Personally, I am a sub queen. Subs all the way. We can talk about the subbed and the dubbed thing. We'll come back. Put a pin in it. We're gonna come back to that debate. The increase in accessibility of these shows, not only by streaming platforms, but by it either being available in multiple different languages in either English or whatever language you speak in the subtitles or the dubbed versions, that a lot of people have access to shows that they would not otherwise be able to watch. Bro, I remember when you had to wait days to get like the subbed versions of like different things. We've come from far. Am I showing my age? Girl, I'm a bit old. Says the 19-year-old. Bitch, you haven't even lived for 2 decades yet. Well, I would have in a few months. But I feel like it can't only be the increase in accessibility. I mean, the increase in the increase in accessibility certainly helps the rising popularity or just like the watchability of these shows, because you actually know what they're saying. But personally, I find it really interesting and really just enriching to consume shows from a different cultural perspective. For so long, the American perspective has been the default. Every show you watch is like a town in suburban America with a family going through nuclear family things, or a young adult in the hustle and bustle of a big American city, either New York or LA, finding their way, navigating their way through their American dream or whatever. Basically what I'm trying to say is everything was so American focused and Western focused, and to be able to see all these other different cultures have a chance in the limelight and get to see a different perspective, just like how you get exposed to like the Korean culture and like the competitiveness of the Korean culture and the effects of capitalism on the in Korea and the Korean society, and what that does to the people. Or with Money Heist with Spain, which is also kind of about capitalism. Are these shows just popular because of capitalism and how much everyone hates it? Maybe there's something to be unpacked there, that like how a bunch of these international shows that are becoming popular about capitalism. But it's just like interesting to see the different cultural tone and perspective that all these different shows can offer. Not only in like the greater message of the show, which is important in itself, but the different nuances that you're able to see, or how the characters interact with each other, how they express their feelings to each other, how different it is from the typical American way of having friendships and showing love. Like, I'll give an example for K-dramas, how things aren't as sexual, where like in an American show, like you'd have a sex scene within like the third episode or whatever, and like a heavy sex scene. But if you're watching like a rom-com K-drama, you're probably not gonna get a handhold until episode 11, and when you do, that shit feels so good. You'd be like screaming in your room just because the two characters held hands, and to be fair, they didn't even hold hands, their hands just glazed each other and they looked each other in the eyes, and you go absolutely batshit insane. Those handholds hit different, but it's just like those different cultural nuances, like things like you wouldn't expect, because like seeing things from like a more like the Korean conservative like perspective, where people aren't overtly sexual, and watching them express love in different kinds of ways as compared to us what they do typically in American shows, which are a bit more liberal and they just fuck, y'all. Not saying that like one is better than the other, I'm just saying they're different, and it's interesting to see those differences. Should we get to the subbed versus dubbed debate, because this one's a hot one and I have hot takes. Girl, let me take a sip of my Ribena first though. I'll just take the sip here so I can put it on the table, because I don't want to put it on the bed, because obviously why would you put Ribena on white sheets? I'm not that dumb. Appreciate my straw. Subs versus dubs, babes, let's talk about it. A main point of contention that has plagued people who watch media produced in a language they do not understand. Mostly it's for anime, Japanese. Girl, am I actually gonna explain what anime is? You're not a child, you know what the fuck anime is. But for anime, a major debate that happens in the anime community is the debate of subs and dubs, and I feel like it's relevant for the TV shows nowadays that we're seeing, which do offer subtitles or the dubbed version. All Netflix shows, not all, well, most of the popular Netflix shows, especially the ones I've mentioned today, have a subbed and a dubbed version for each of them, based on what you want to watch. If I've not already made it clear, like I've said before, I'm team subs, but I understand the perspective of dubs, and I'm going to listen to anyone who has anything different to say, but I'll offer reason why I do not think dubs suffice, and I'm not saying this from like a pompous point of view, but I just feel personally, when you do watch the dubbed version, especially the dubbed Netflix versions, oh my god, I don't know what the fuck Netflix does, but for their dubs they say I'm going to pick the most ill-fitting voice actor for this dub. I'm going to just get it so wrong. I'm going to mess up the characterization 100% and have this dub make no percent of sense. I tried to watch Squid Game dubbed version because I was going to recommend it for my mom, and I know that she does not like watching things subs. She is like 100% dubbed type of person. So I had to make sure that the dubs was somewhat decent, because we did the same thing for Money Heist. The dubs were okay. They weren't as bad as they were for Squid Game, but like I listened to the dubs for Squid Game, I was like, what? I cannot recommend this to someone in good conscience, because when you watch the dubbed version, I think something about translating something from its original language, there's a certain charm lost in it. And not only charm, but I just feel like a lot of things can be lost in translation, and even not lost in translation, but the inflection and like someone's tone. Like I feel like the voice of the actor or the original performance, something in it doesn't always fully translate, which I know is a lot to ask for. But I've seen some dubs that do it well, Netflix. It's not that hard to get good dubs. So I'm not against dubs 100%, I'm just against bad dubs, which Netflix is notorious for. And as for subs, I understand that the argument is you spend a lot of time looking at the bottom of the screen where you don't actually watch what's happening in screens, but I felt like I struggled with the same thing a bit as well. But I found that with subs, it's a skill that you have to build up. As you watch more subbed versions of things, you get better at being able to take in the whole screen and take in what's happening whilst reading the captions. It's kind of like rewiring your brain to be able to just pay attention to everything that's happening on the screen and take in all that information, whilst also quickly registering the words at the bottom of the screen. And to be fair, it doesn't even take up that much of the screen, and I feel like the way subs are done, it's like done in an adequate way where you can quickly take in the information, because it's not like long paragraphs, it's just like a sentence or two where you can quickly, or even a phrase or two where you can quickly read it, and if you can't look at the whole screen, you quickly read it and get back to the screen. But I do understand the voice. It's just like with the subbed version, even though you're reading the translations, the actor's performance is able to just fully come through, not only with anime but just with like Money Heist, for example. Like I feel like a lot of the emotional scenes just weren't able to fully come through with the dubbed version. And like with the sub version, you could just feel the actor's performance, and you're just like, this is hitting. Especially also with Squid Game, like in the super raw emotional bits, I just want to be able to fully take in the performance and the art that's happening on the screen in front of me. But maybe that is the pompous version. I did say I'm gonna try and not get too pompous when I'm talking about it, but yeah. Subs are better, man. The actors work so hard. Why don't we just like appreciate the whole thing, you know? And I get like the dubbed voice actors do work hard as well. And that works if they're properly casted, which Netflix rarely does. But if they do, then yeah, I'm down for the dubbed as well. Maybe I'm lying, but I could understand. But yeah, you have to watch the sub version at least once. If you watch dubs, you should at least try watching the subbed version of one of your favorite dubbed shows. Just if you watch it with the subtitles, I feel like the performance you'll experience will be completely different. I am being snobbish. So why is foreign media so popular as of late, or gaining such increasing popularity? Why is non-English speaking media being popular? People are sick of American TV shows. I was gonna say people are sick of the CW, but honestly, I don't think anyone else has the issues that I have with the CW. Like I do. Maybe I'll make a video one day about how the CW are like a menace to society and refuse to give me peace, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, Squid Game is great. We love a good anti-capitalist show. Eat the rich, you know what I mean? That's not exactly the message of that show. I really wish they did a whole eat the rich tangent. Like I was hoping for it, but maybe in season 2 we'll get something like that. I hope it gets renewed for season 2. Money Heist is good. Again, I don't know if Money Heist really is anti-capitalism, but it's more anarchist and anti-establishment. A lot of these shows are really shaking things up, but like are woke enough where you can enjoy it as a woke person, but not too woke, because Netflix they don't let you do anything of like actual value. So if you want to continue, I mean, Sense8 was a good show and they shut that shit down fast. If you like international shows, watch Sense8. It's mostly in English, but they do have different settings everywhere. Watch Sense8 for clear skin. This is the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me which ones are your favorite shows that I mentioned. Do you have any favorite foreign shows that you've been watching? I keep saying foreign, like American is the default. Am I part of the problem? I probably am. I'm not even American. Fuck, I'm Kenyan. That's Africa. Comment down below any non-English speaking shows that you've been enjoying. Why do you like them? Are you a subbed or a dubbed version? Please do not kill each other in the comments when it comes to the subbed and dubbed argument. Let's try and keep it civil, but no bloodshed. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Share this video if you enjoyed this video. Send it to a friend. Maybe if someone doesn't get why all these different shows with subtitles are becoming popular, let them know. I think with that we have reached the end of the video. If you want to see my beautiful face, I'm here every week, mostly every week, and if I'm not here, there's so many other videos where I am here. If you want to watch me talk about a TV show for a long time, overanalyze a TV show, you can listen to me talk about the Winx Club. I don't know if the Winx Club was released by the CW though. I don't think it was a CW show. I think it was Netflix exclusively, but yeah, I talk about that for a long time, so you can enjoy listening to me talk about that. But I'll see you next week. Bye.
It's 5:50 something and I feel so empty inside.